Here we are then to 5 red lights. The Austrian F2 Grand Prix, they're underway. Joe Bloggs leads from pole position, followed by his teammate Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher is going to try it into the first corner there, battling very hard. Joe Bloggs goes off the circuit, joins back on, he's still in the lead of the race. Pedro Piquet is in third in the podium position. Pedro Piquet could be fighting Mick Schumacher a bit here, but now Mick Schumacher is going for a move on Joe Bloggs into turn 3. Down the inside, but Joe Bloggs gets back round the outside on the exit to keep the lead. They are wheel to wheel still though, the two Prema drivers. Joe Bloggs outbrakes Mick Schumacher, but Mick Schumacher comes back down the inside. Joe Bloggs back round the outside. This is a titanic scrap for the lead of the race. Only on lap 1, Mick Schumacher is now into the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. But now here comes Joe Bloggs. He's going to dive down the inside. There's a little bit of contact there, but Joe Bloggs is back through into the lead of the Grand Prix. Pedro Piquet trying to put a bit of pressure on Mick Schumacher, trying to get that second place, but it's not happening. Mick Schumacher is pulling away. He has the pace to win this race. So does Joe Bloggs. It's just who's going to come out on top. This is going to be very close between the two Prema drivers as we now head up the hill toward turn 1. Joe Bloggs still leads from Mick Schumacher, then Pedro Piquet. Now on to lap 3. Here comes Mick Schumacher trying to close the gap to Joe Bloggs. It's not quite gonna work into turn 1 now as we head up the straight. Mick Schumacher has his DRS wide open. Could go for a move. He's going to move to the right hand side. He's going to send it down the inside into turn 3 on Joe Bloggs. It's so close. Mick Schumacher across the cut. Mick Schumacher spun. Mick Schumacher has spun round at turn 3, and there is a huge traffic jam. Lots of contact, penalties, debris left, right and centre here at Austria. Absolute carnage. Jack Aitken is out of the race. But Joe Bloggs now leads with a huge gap to Pedro Piquet in second, and then his teammate Marina Sato in P3. And I expect many people will be coming into the pits for new front wings, one of them being Yuki Tsunoda, as we watch him go round. Jack Aitken still going, Callum Ilott, Felipe Drogovic. This order has been very messed up. That was a huge car park, but we watch Yuki Tsunoda, a broken front wing. He will be coming into the pits as we fast forward it a little bit. We watch him head into pit lane. Who's gonna follow him into the pits? Callum Ilott will. So will Roy Nissany with the damaged front wing, along with Sean Galale and Guilherme Samaya, and along with Jehan Daravula, Artem Markelov, Dan Ticktum, and Louis Delatraz, and Alesi, and Nikita Mazepin. Lots of cars with front wing damage. We can see them all coming into the pits, changing their front wings, changing their tyres. We move up though. Joe Bloggs has got a 12-second gap to Pedro Piquet now. He's got a huge lead. Now Joe Bloggs comes around the pit lane, still cars getting their front wings changed. Joe Bloggs, he is now lapping Markelov, that is there. He just comes around and he laps Markelov, and we're only at the halfway point through the race. Absolute carnage scenes here. Joe Bloggs still leading this race by a big gap. Lots of cars with a lot of damage that had to be changed from that incident there. Joe Bloggs now with the fastest lap. A lot of lap cars he's got to pass. He's letting some through, passing some. There's a bit of confusion here and there what's going on, but Pedro Piquet is in second, closely followed by his teammate Marina Sato. Mick Schumacher with a 2-second penalty, and then Jack Aitken. As we come around onto lap 8, Joe Bloggs still going strong. In first place, Pedro Piquet and Marina Sato, the two teammates, in second and third respectively. And that's a retirement for Jack Aitken. His engine has failed there. That is not good for Jack Aitken. Now we see Joe Bloggs just heading off the track. But that is Jack Aitken out of the Grand Prix here. Joe Bloggs just letting some people past. But Jack Aitken out of the Grand Prix now. Sean Galal losing a couple positions due to that. And Luca Giotto is into the pits. Luca Giotto comes into the pits here to change his tyres, along with a lot of other cars. Samaya, Jalal, Markelov, Mazepin stays out. Sonoda also in. Delatraz, Nissany, Tictum stays out. Alesi stays out. Doravula stays out. But Joe Bloggs still leads now, 5-second gap. Pedro Piquet has got that gap down, but I don't think it's by enough. Marina Sato in P3 still, making out the podium. Joe Bloggs, he is leading the championship, and he will continue that lead with another win and fastest lap here at Austria as he heads round the final two corners. Joe Bloggs comes home, he pulls to the pit wall and he wins here in Austria. Pedro Piquet, who won in Baku, comes home for another P2 in Austria, and then Marina Sato in P3 to round off the podium. But Joe Bloggs increases his lead in the championship.